Hey guys, it's Hamilton here, and this is What If Naruto had Ice Release Part 3, so I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, roll the intro. Time skip. 3 years. Naruto was currently sitting on a tree branch directly above Sasuke, waiting for Kakashi to show up. Below him, Sasuke was sitting at the base of the tree, pointedly ignoring Sakura, who was trying to talk to him. Naruto chose this exact spot because he knew it would annoy Sasuke that he hadn't been able to detect Naruto. Naruto started thinking about what happened yesterday. Flashback. Everybody was in the class, waiting for Ruka to read off the teams. Everybody there had passed their graduation exams. On a long-term assignment, please, Naruto thought. Though I guess Ruka had to tell him something. Ruka had told everybody that the reason for Mizuki's absence was that he was on a long-term mission. In reality, he had tried to get Naruto to steal the scroll ceiling as an extra credit opportunity. He told Naruto to meet him on top of the Hokage monument after he stole the scroll. Naruto had warned Hiruzen and then met Mizuki on the top of the Hokage monument. He'd given Mizuki a fake scroll and then given Mizuki hypothermia across his entire body using his newest jutsu, Ice Release Frost Breath. Naruto snapped out of his thoughts when Naruto started calling out teams. Naruto tuned out most teams, but he started listening in when he heard Sasuke's name. Team 7. Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto said before Sakura started screeching about something about true love. Sakura, be quiet, Naruto said angrily. As I was saying, Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki, under Kakashi Hatake. Naruto just closed his eyes and thought about other things. After about 2 hours, after everyone else's senseis came and got them, Kakashi finally showed up. He led them to the roof and they had their introduction. When he motioned for Naruto to go, Naruto simply responded with, "Naruto Uzumaki," and closed his eyes. Kakashi then told them not to eat breakfast and disappeared. End flashback. Hello everybody, sorry I got lost in the road of life, Kakashi responded. Anyway, let's start the spell test. Wait, where's Naruto? That Baka is even later than you, Sakura screeched. Actually, Sakura, Naruto arrived here first out of everybody, Kakashi replied. But he's not here, Sakura replied, looking around. You know, Sakura, this lack of being aware of your surroundings is gonna get you killed. And that goes for you too, Sasuke. Naruto said, smirking. Sasuke and Sakura's heads snapped up, and they saw Naruto sitting directly above them. His azure blue eyes focused on them and froze them in place. After a few seconds, Naruto took his eyes off of them and turned back towards Kakashi, and then leapt down from the tree. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's start, Naruto said. Okay, Kakashi called. Start! Hokage's office. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura didn't know that they were being watched by teams Asuma, Guy, Kurenai, the entire council, both the shinobi and civilian sides, the Hokage, and some random jonin. You can do it, Sasuke! Ino squealed from her seat. A few people looked at her, and Anko shot her a disgusted look. That's the fact that she was a fangirl. Well, I'm excited to see how well Uchiha-sama does, a random civilian said. I just hope that Fox Brat doesn't screw it up for him, another person said before cowering under the gaze that Hiruzen shot them. Back with Naruto. Naruto just tried to ask Sasuke and Sakura to work together. Sakura screeched no, again, and Sasuke just said something about his Uchiha superiority and him being Uchiha elite, again. Right now, he was standing in a tree watching Sasuke get smacked around by Kakashi. They were in a pretty large-sized clearing, and in all the time Sasuke was fighting Kakashi, they'd only actually used about 10% of the clearing. When Kakashi used the Headhunter Jutsu on Sasuke, Sakura rushed into the clearing, stumbling over her own feet, trying to get to Sasuke. Kakashi just moved underground right in front of her, and raised his hand on the ground, tripping her. She face-planted and started crying. "Are you seriously crying? That's pathetic," Naruto said as he jumped down from the tree and walked towards Kakashi. When he got about 20 yards away from him, Naruto flashed some hand seals. Bird, snake, monkey, horse, dog, and called out, "Ice release! Black dragon blizzard!" Black snow appeared out of thin air and accumulated into a ball in front of Naruto, before blasting towards Kakashi in the shape of a dragon. Kakashi quickly put his book away and dodged, but by that time Naruto already finished another set of the same hand seals, and another black snow dragon was launched at him, pushing him even further away from Sasuke and Sakura, which he noted. Naruto then jumped over to the small pond in the clearing and landed on the surface. He performed another set of hand seals and slammed both his hands onto the surface of the pond. Steam immediately started rising around him, and he stayed like this for a couple of seconds before it got really humid in the clearing. He then leapt off the pond and performed more hand seals and slammed his hands onto the ground and breathed it out. Frost billowed out of his mouth and into the surrounding area. It rapidly cooled the air, and snow started coming down to coat the entire clearing in an inch of powdery snow. Naruto then performed yet more hand seals, and more snow rose off the ground, this time white, and formed into another dragon before launching at Kakashi. It was slightly weaker than the black dragon blizzard Naruto had launched earlier, but it was a lot faster. When Kakashi dodged, he heard Naruto say, "Ice Crystal Mirror, Jutsu," before mirrors appeared around him and Naruto stepped into one of them, before reappearing on all of the surfaces of the mirrors. Naruto then pulled out a kunai, and all of his copies did the same at the same time. Then he blurred in all the mirrors, and Kakashi started getting cuts all over his body. After about a minute, Kakashi pulled up his headband and started to actually block all the strikes Naruto was throwing. This continued for a couple more minutes, before all the mirrors melted and Naruto appeared out of one of them, breathing slightly hard, and walking away from Kakashi towards Sasuke and Sakura. He stopped in front of Sasuke and turned around to face Kakashi, before pulling out both bells. "Here are the 2 bells for the 3 of us, even though I asked for their help, they denied it." "Fine," Kakashi said. "Good job on actually getting me to use my Sharingan. I can't say that any other student I have had has done that," Kakashi said before looking at Sasuke and Sakura. "But if you two refuse to work together, then I will drop you from my team." Naruto showed maturity in asking you guys to work together, seeing as how you three are a team, but you denied it. So, if there are any hint of you two not trying to work together with Naruto, I will drop you two from the team and take Naruto on as my sole student. You may go now. We will meet here tomorrow at 8:30. As soon as he said that, Naruto disappeared. Hokage's office. Everybody was flabbergasted at the show of strength that Naruto just put on. He had forced Kakashi to use his Sharingan. The one thing that was going through everybody's mind was, this kid is extremely strong. Anyway guys, thanks for listening. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.